Good morning, students. How are you all? I hope you are fine and fit at your homes. Our today's topic is chapter number 6, A Robbery. Did you ever see a robbed house? Did you see? Mostly you see the robbery into movies and into reality shows. What was the situation there? Think. What was the situation there? Yes, all the things have been scattered here and there. Family members are very worried about their expensive things. The situation is very serious. Assume that situation and feel the sense of the chapter that we will start today, a robbery. Before starting the chapter, first of all, we will discuss the meaning of difficult words. First word is robbed, means robbed. Second is in a mess, means in a total disorder. I feel suspicious, means I felt that something was not right. Driving past recklessly, means driving away dangerously. Next one is ruffians, means troublemaker. Now, let's start the chapter. Please open your books and keep your pencils with you. Now, when the chapter starts, the scene is a case of robbery and 5 suspects. How many suspects? 5 suspects. Who is the real culprit? To find the real culprit, we have to read the chapter till end. Now, let's start the chapter. Vasant colony was shocked. A house in a colony had been robbed. Robbed means robbed. Mr. Sharma and his family had gone to attend a wedding. When they came back around midnight, their house was in a mess. In a mess means total disorder. Things are scattered here and there. All their jewelry and cash had been stolen. All their jewelry and cash had been stolen. They called the police. The police searched the whole house for clues. They found some footprints in the garden. There was a shoe near a garden wall. It must come off while the thief was climbing over the wall. Inspector Naresh asked people in the neighborhood if they had seen anyone suspicious that night. Yes, so what is the scene here? Yes, the police reached and searches for the clues and they found a shoe near a garden. It must come off while the thief was climbing the wall. Now, Mr. Hussain, the next door neighbor of Sharma, said, I heard some noise at night. I looked out of my window and saw someone climbing over the garden wall. Did you see? Then Mr. Naresh said, did you see him properly? Well, then Mr. Hussain said, well, it was dark. I couldn't see very well, but I am sure it was a man. Why it was a man? Because he was a tall and thin, said Mr. Hussain. Then the police questioned Raju. Who is Raju? Raju is a man whose shop stood at the corner of the road. He could see the Sharma's house from this shore. Raju said, I saw a man walking very fast. He came from the direction of the house. He was holding a bag close to his chest. I felt suspicious. I felt something was not right. I shouted at him to stop, but he ran away. Then Mr. Inspector said, "What did he look like?" Then he said, "He was a short and thin. He looked quite scared. He wore black trousers and a blue shirt. He had a curly hairs." The Sharmas then told the police that Samir, the ice cream vendor at the end of the road, midnight knows something. He sold ice cream till late at night. The ice cream vendor said, "Yes, I saw someone suspicious. It was 11 p.m. He was a bald man with a mustache." What is the meaning of bald? Bald means having a scalp wholly or partially with lacking hairs. And mustache means a strip of hairs left to grow above the upper lip, mooching. He was walking very fast. He kept looking back. "I'm sure he was the thief," he said. The Manis, who lived 2 houses away from the Sharmas, said that they had come home late after watching a movie. As they reached their house, they saw 2 young men on the motorcycle driving past recklessly. Driving past recklessly means driving away dangerously. Okay, driving away dangerously. Then he said, "I'm sure they were thieves in a hurry to get away." "Why do you think so?" Then Mr. Naresh asked to Mani, "Why do you think so?" Then Mr. Mani said, "They looked like ruffians." Then Mrs. Mani said, "They look like ruffians." Ruffians means troublemakers. "Could you see their faces?" Then Mr. Naresh questioned to Mrs. Mani, "Could you see their faces?" Then Mrs. Mani said, "I just got a glimpse. Both had long hairs, but one had a beard." Police caught 5 men who matched the descriptions given by all the witnesses. Now tell me, how many witnesses are there? Yes, hurry up. How many witnesses are there? Yes, there are 5 witnesses. First is Mr. Hussain, the next door neighbor, and second is Mr. Raju, whose shop stood at the corner of the road, and third is ice cream vendor, and the fourth is Mr. Mani, and the fifth is Mrs. Mani. Now the Inspector Naresh called each of these suspects to his room and questioned them in detail. At the end of the day, the police arrested Gattu. Can you guess why? Yes, guess. Why police arrested Mr. Gattu? Yes. Inspector Naresh asked each suspect to try on the shoe found in the garden. It fit Gattu perfectly. So that way, police reached the thief and caught him. I hope you really enjoyed. Students, your homework is, please do these exercises of your own, and after that see the answers that I put into PDF and match them. Thank you, students. Stay home, stay healthy.